Hello, hello. Welcome to TVC Live, episode 29, new owners, closures, and live Q&A. How's everybody doing? I'm Liz Wilcox.
And we're Barry and Deborah.
Oh, hi.
Deborah, did you think I was talking to myself? Oh, yeah, mute me.
Deborah, no, we got stuff going on here.
All right, okay, that's fine. I have muted you guys until you figure it out, but they can still see you. So what's up? I see Beth Ann in the house. If you are coming at us live, say hello. Tell us where you're coming from. I am Liz, and I am in Crestview, Florida, in the Panhandle. Where are you guys coming at tonight?
We're still in Lake Guntersville State Park in Alabama.
All right, and we're going to talk a little bit more about COVID-19 and how that is affecting everyone's travel. But you guys were set to leave, right? But you've extended your stay?
Yeah, we were going to leave this coming Saturday, but with all this going on, we've extended our stay for a couple of weeks and may extend it more. Just see how things go.
Yeah, so Exploring Nomad says, hello, peeps. TK, hello from Peoria. Hey, Damien's in the house, Point, Texas. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Barry is actually going to interview Damien in a couple minutes. But we actually did that pre-recorded because if you watched last week's live, I'm not going to name names, but somebody's internet was garbage and was ruining the whole show. And so we pre-recorded that, so it's going to come at you, no problems. But it looks like Damien's in the chat, so if you have any questions as we watch that, make sure you get it in there. Oh, hey, Camille is here, More Than a Wheelin', awesome. Brian's in Galveston, exploring the local life. Hey, Jessica, this is awesome. Thanks for joining us. We've got a full show tonight, so I'm going to stop rambling. As you can see, all three of us are on tonight. I'm so excited. We're going to do a live Q&A. I put in our newsletter last weekend that if you had any questions about the new owners, whether that relates to the virtual campground or just them personally, let me know. So I have a few questions. And if you have questions as we go along, just make sure to pop them in the comments. If I don't see them, or if I don't answer it quickly, pop it in the comments again, because as the comments get rolling, sometimes I forget. And then, like I said, Barry and Damien are going to do an interview on campground closures, what you should and can be doing right now as a full-time RVer. And then we're going to come back with a game that Deborah made up. Deborah, what's the name of the game?
We haven't come up with a name.
Oh, I came up with a game without a game.
Well,
pick your state. Pick your state park.
Okay, all right. And so we'll just leave it at that. We won't tell you what it is. But hopefully that entices you to stay till the end. It's going to be fun. Check it out. Deborah's got her headband on.
Wait, Barry's got one. Hang on.
Oh, my gosh. This is amazing, you guys.
How do I look?
Okay, hang on. This is how you look. You look good. I am so excited. I told them they could not own the virtual campground without a headband, and here they are. They are over-delivering already, so I'm
wait, and there's more.
Oh, gosh.
Hold on. So we couldn't, we haven't had time to get our RV wrapped, but we do have, I don't know if you can see this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is our RV. So if you see this, in a neighborhood in a campground near you, then rolling down the campground, then stop by and say hi.
And it means that Barry's playing instead of working, so you can also stop him from that.
Oh my gosh, I love that. You guys, seriously. So quick story before we get into this. I've always wanted stickers and t-shirts and stuff for the virtual campground. I even set up a Shopify account one time. I got logos made professionally. You can see in the corner here. Let me see. Hang on. It's so hard to wherever you can see the TVC. I got that professionally made. I was like, this is gonna look so good on a sticker, and then I dropped the ball, as sometimes I do. And the first thing they did was get like stickers and cards, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting the whole life of TVC to have stickers. So they promised me they would send me one in the mail, and I'm so excited about it.
I put them in the mail today.
Yay! I'm so excited. Yay. Awesome. So let's get into some Q&A, and we're just going to talk real quick. Honestly, I didn't have that many questions. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys for being so amazing as an audience and accepting Deborah and Barry very quickly as your own. We've got some fun questions. We've got a couple serious, what's the future look like kind of questions. But if you have any as we go along that kind of pop up in your head, whether that's about the virtual campground or just about Deborah and Barry as RVers in general, we'd be happy to, answer them now. So actually, I'm going to go with Beth Ann on this because she is the real MVP right now. The first question is, how do we buy stickers, shirts, and swag?
Okay, so we're going to work on the swag and shirts, but the stickers, we're going to have those and be handing those out. I think when we have some games, maybe we have prizes, and this is the prize, and we'll mail it to you. So you have to earn it, of course.
Booyah. Well, I'd rather, I think that's a great idea, and especially for the games and stuff like that, that's awesome. So I am excited.
Slightly more than internet points.
Right. Just slightly. I don't know. You know what, Deborah? How rude. My internet points are invaluable. Okay? They're priceless. Priceless. Okay, so let's get into it. Here's just another fun one to start out. Somebody was asking Deborah and Barry, what is your favorite part of full timing?
I think it's just the freedom, just to be able to go see someplace and stay there. I mean, I still work full time, so I'm often Monday through Friday in the rig, but then to be able to, during the late afternoons or on the weekends, be able to go out and see some beautiful place that I haven't seen before, that's what we love about it. And then the people we meet, the RVers are an amazing group of people. So we love to meet those folks on the road. And here at Lake Guntersville, we've been hanging around with some really great friends that we've met in the past other RV summits, and it's been great.
I think, too, just that waking up, even though if you do have to work full-time like Barry, he wakes up and he's sitting here working, and there's birds outside, and there's a lake to look at, and the people on his Zoom calls get very jealous.
My Zoom calls aren't very popular because there's always birds chirping, and people don't like that I'm having such a good time working.
That's so funny. I took a Zoom call. I'm in a mastermind, and we meet every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. So I'm in Central, so it's at 6 a.m. now for me. And I am, I'm going outside of the rig because who wants to wake up a 5-year-old? And the birds are starting to chirp, and it's like every time I talk, they talk, And my friends are like, gosh, Liz, where are you? You're in the middle of the woods. We can't understand you. There's one bird in this neighborhood that is just so loud, so it's pretty funny.
Well, I tell you what, because this is our second time to be in Lake Guntersville. We were here last spring as well. The birds this year are extraordinarily loud. There's a lot more of them.
They've upgraded the birds here.
They've
for sure.
And they're much more talkative. But definitely, if you like birds, this is a place to come. There's even some eagles.
I think they're just taunting us that they can move around, and we're stuck in one place with this pandemic right now.
Yes.
Yes. So
they're laughing at.
Yeah. Here's a good question from TK live right now. How long do you generally stay in one location?
So when we first started out, we moved about every week to 2 weeks. But again, because Barry works full time, it was really rough because he was basically driving us on the weekends, but not really getting to see much. So we figured out that we like being in a place at least 3 weeks. And not usually more than 4 to 5, though this time will be our longest stay in one place, but not by choice. So I would say on average about 3 weeks.
Yep. That's pretty decent. Yep. And I like what you said about, I feel like a lot of full-timers do that when they start out, oh, let's move every week or whatever. But yeah, if you're working Monday through Friday and then you're the driver, you know, you might as well go back to the house. Really, it's better internet connection.
Yeah. And while I do drive on occasion, he does most of the driving, and especially when we get into smaller places. This is a 36-foot pulling a Jeep, so I get a little nervous in some small places.
Well, I've never driven our RV, and I have an RV blog, so you know, it's not a requirement to be an RVer to drive it.
No.
I guess unless you're a solo traveler, but usually they have smaller rigs anyway, so.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Hashtag unpopular opinion. You don't have to drive it to be an RVer. Here's another great question. This one was good. What was it about the virtual campground that made you buy and want to take it over?
Community.
Yeah.
It's you have done a great job building a community of people that are interested in the RV lifestyle, and that's what we're interested in. So we wanted to build up on that community.
Yeah, we have a couple of fun ideas that we hope people will think fun about talking more about travel and sharing some information. And it was exciting to think about doing that with a community of RVers that were already a community. And I really believe in community and having a larger cause, so to speak, to work with and for. And so I was really excited about getting involved. So when we heard that you were selling it, we were like, well, we need it to keep going. So why not step up to the plate?
That's right.
I'm going to applause that.
Yay! A round of applause.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question from someone named Drew Benton. He says, who is your favorite son?
Probably the one not putting me on the spot right now.
Oh, ouch. Drew, ouch. That's gotta hurt.
To be fair, he is our favorite oldest son.
Yeah, named Drew.
Drew.
Yeah, exactly.
Named
yeah,
Drew.
he is.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he is coming to us. He's in Plano, Texas right now.
Awesome. Well, congrats on being the favorite oldest son named Drew. Drew, what an honor. What an honor.
Yes.
Someone was asking, I saw you posted on Instagram today. So is that Liz or the Bentons? What's going on there?
So I was the one posted on Instagram. Absolutely. So we've posted, I think, once or twice on Facebook with our names, but mostly Liz right now is still taking care of Facebook. But I'm going to take over the Instagram, and I'm hoping everybody will join me on Instagram. I want to start doing maybe some challenges. I think today was the hashtag around the TVC around the campground. So around campground. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about that, Deborah.
I thought it'd be fun if we could just, especially since most of us are probably hunkered in some place, right, for a while, to take some pictures and share with each other what we're seeing, whether it's something pretty or something kind of funny or odd. I mean, not that we would ever see anything odd in a RV park, right? But on occasion, you see something that makes you laugh. So yeah, absolutely, take a snap and share it with us on Instagram.
I should take a picture right now of Barry in that headband. What's the hashtag?
Yeah.
Not that you would ever see anything weird at an RV park.
No.
So tell us what the hashtag is.
Hashtag TVC around campground. Around the camp. Now I'm going to have to look it up.
She's like, hang on, let me Google it.
This doesn't make my head look big, does it?
No. Well, okay. So, Barry, I love that you brought that up. So, this is just going to be full disclosure, you guys. So, a lot of people think headbands, that's like a Liz Wilcox fashion statement. But really, I feel like my hairline is receding. And do you guys, now that I pointed out, you see this big shiny thing? It's just because I started doing live video. And every time I do a video, I'm not wearing a headband today because I actually washed my hair.
I love unicorn.
Yeah, I've got the unicorn, but I need to move this dang. Here we go. Hang on, guys. Now you get the full effect. Here you go. So, yeah, so it's basically every time I see my forehead, I just see my brother, and I don't need that kind of like self-consciousness while I'm going live. I don't need to be like, oh my gosh, you look like Alex.
So you're telling me I don't have to wear this every week?
No, sir. But I appreciate the sentiment there.
Shh, you're not supposed to tell them these things.
Right. Well, I mean, I think it would be great if you got like a blue and like these colors. What do you guys think in the comments? Tell us what kind of bandanas should Barry buy? Like in these colors, you know? That way, you know, you're on brand, right?
Yeah.
He's determined to get some headbands that actually have the logo on it.
Yeah.
So
oh my gosh, that's so funny because Dick Carlson just asked, could you put a small company logo up there?
Yeah.
You guys are on the same wavelength there. Beth Ann says, I love it. I think I've got a couple more questions and then we're going to get into the interview. Camille was asking what attracted you to be the owner. We actually already answered that, Camille. Sorry.
Yeah, just listen to it again, Camille, later.
She's my friend, so I will, I'll just dismiss her. So what's going to happen with the Fix It Yourself course? This is actually a really good question because some people we already have, honestly, I think we have almost 300 or around 300 students now. And so, of course, if you are already a student of Fix It Yourself, you still get that lifetime access. If anything ever happened, we would make that, available to download. I think it's available to download now. So you would have lifetime access to it. And actually, I sent this email out and Deborah and Barry and I talked about this a few weeks ago. Now that we're in this quarantine and Ed graduated from his aviations, we've convinced him to do another module. We're going to read and it's going to be all on slides. And I was talking to him about it yesterday and he was already telling me like so much stuff about slides that I didn't even know. Apparently there's like 4 kinds of slides that your RV can have. Yeah. And so he was asking me, since we obviously only own one RV, what kind of RV you guys had and what kind of RV, a few other friends, and maybe we can get some footage for that. And so he can really give you like a full range. So we're going to re-release the course in less than a month. April 27th, it's going to relaunch. But of course, we're going to be ramping up a lot of new content for the blog and things like that so you guys can really get a full picture of maintenance. And this weekend, Ed is he's filming a whole module on slides. We're so excited to bring that to you. And so the Fix It Yourself course will go on. Ed's here to, help and answer questions and all that. So we're really excited.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
What she said.
Like we're still gonna sell it, folks, and you're still gonna have it if you already bought it. Let's see. I know there's one more. Okay, here we go. This one is for you guys. What kind of blog content can we expect from Deborah and Barry?
Well, that is a great question. I've been working on that actually today, and some travel. So since we've moved around quite a bit, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the places we've been and reach out to some other people we know to get some of their information and where they've been or what they're passionate about. We're really excited to share with everybody what they're passionate about, whether that's y'all that want to submit some information to us or some folks that we know, including we already have a guest speaker for next week that's going to come on and talk about craft beer. And so we're hoping that they'll share some of their blogs with us so we can post those as well and have everybody learn a little bit more about craft beer.
Yeah, so Ken and April with livingastoutlife.com. So your homework assignment is 2 things after this little TVC live, and that is one, go to livingastoutlife.com and check them out so you can get up to speed on them. And the other is we've been getting really, really good information from the survey that's out on the Facebook page, and getting some great feedback on that. So thank you to those that have already filled out that survey. But if you go to the Facebook page for the virtual campground, pinned at the top is a link to that survey. And if you'll tell us what kind of information you're interested in, we're going to share some of those results with you in the upcoming TVC Lives. But right now, people are mostly interested in what were the 2 top
travel,
interesting people and interesting places.
So we're definitely, we've been talking already to a bunch of people, and so we can do some more interviews, more of the inside the rig kind of interviews where you learn a little bit more about your fellow travelers. And we also, we're kind of curious, and y'all can tell us, are you interested in things like tours of rigs? Barry's been filming some rigs just to show. We always like to take a sneak peek into other people's houses, right? So would that be of interest to you guys? Definitely the stories from the people that are traveling and what they're doing and how they came to be on the road. So definitely stories like that, and stories about places and destinations. And if there's something else you want to hear about, please let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
That's awesome. So there's some banter going on in the comments, I see. Dick Carlson, if you don't already know him, he's the king of comment spam, I'll call him. I don't think he'll be offended. He said, I'm not going to buy until there's a segment on lawn chairs. And,
I think we can do
right. And
that's excellent.
yeah,
I think that's in the isn't that one of the bonuses?
Yeah,
how to open up your lawn chair and to keep it in best condition.
That's right.
Yes. And so Dick is also a pug owner, and so Camille says in the comments, "Hey Dick, what if there's a bonus lesson on pugs?" So just quick research here for you, Deborah and Barry. He says he'll pay double if there's a special bonus on pugs.
Yes.
So.
My son is a big fan of pugs as well. That favorite son, the oldest son, he likes pugs.
Can you do a screen capture of that commitment that he just made?
Yeah, I pay double. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's binding. That's legally binding, I think.
You know what? Actually, I am going to take a screens capture. We're going to post it in the RV Entrepreneur group, Dick. It's law then. Anything posted there is law. So you've got to do it.
I don't know you, Dick Carlson, but I like your style.
You will know him. You will get to know him. Techno RV in the house. Hey, Tammy and Eric. Techno. They said, looking good, Barry and Deborah. Awesome. Oh, and I just want to give a quick shout out before we go into our interview. There's a lady named Heather here, and Heather was my best friend in elementary school, and she's just popping in randomly. So she says, "How interesting."
We are interesting.
Right.
Yeah, and I also see that Teresa on the road naturally is saying that he'll give a bonus on Zen doggies. That probably includes pugs. So something for everyone.
Something for everyone here at the virtual campground. So Pamela says she doesn't see the survey on Facebook. So Pamela, I'm just going to drop it in the comments. You should see it now. I dropped it in the comments. And you should be either, if you can't click on it, just copy and paste, and it's going to take you right there to the survey.
Awesome. Thank you.
So yeah, if you do nothing else tonight, take the survey. It will really help us get this transition to where we need it to be and where you want it to be.
You want it to be. Yeah, exactly. And it's also, the link is in the email that you sent yesterday morning. Yep,
it's in that email. So all right, Barry, I'm going to let you take it away and introduce tonight's guest.
Awesome. Thank you. So with all this COVID-19 stuff going around, as a full-time traveler, it was hard to find really good information on what's going on out there with campgrounds. All we started hearing was state campgrounds were starting to shut down, and that started to concern us. And we started wondering, is that going to start happening with private campgrounds? What's going on? So I started looking around for resources that could help us figure this out. Our original plan was to leave this Saturday, so we wanted to say, is that cool? Is that not cool? So a couple of weeks ago, I believe, Damien started compiling lists of state campgrounds that were starting to close, and and more importantly, what private campgrounds are staying open. So I thought it'd be great to just get him on the line, see what he thought, and have a little chat with him. Hey, Damien, welcome to the Virtual Campground Live. Thanks for popping on.
I'm glad to be here. This is going to be a blast.
Yeah. So thanks for coming on. And we're going to talk a little bit about this whole COVID-19 thing that's affecting not only full-time RV travelers, but even the weekenders, people that had plans and now had to cancel them. And you all have been all over that, and we sincerely appreciate that. So I wanted to pop on, but first, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a full-time RVer, have been since June of 2017. I am kind of an accidental full-timer in the sense that I wanted to go for a year to kind of figure out where I wanted to move outside of California. And then during the year, really fell in love with the lifestyle. And I mean, obviously, there's a little bit of me that wishes I had a little bit of a home base right now.
Yes.
Wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yes.
And I feel like that's probably at some point I will have maybe my own RV pad and hookups. But for right now, I really enjoy the kind of just moving from place to place lifestyle. It's been great.
Awesome. And where are you now?
I'm in Point, Texas, at 1,000 Trails, just trying to hunker down through this, trying to figure it all out like everyone else. Canceled basically all my plans for like the next 2 to 3 months. But I am looking out my window and looking at a lake, and I can take an 8-foot walk and jump into a kayak and
Nice.
social distance myself probably better than I've ever been able to in a long time. So
That's right. That's right.
great.
That's not too bad. You know, it's just not too bad to social distance in that manner. So I agree with you. So as far as the, well, I tell you, before we get into the COVID-19 stuff, tell us a little bit about, you're working on a magazine. You've had 2 issues, I believe.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that magazine and how did that get started?
Yeah, so actually in 2016, when the idea of going full-time kind of hit us, and I will be one of those people that says, I thought I invented it, because no one influenced me. I wasn't watching a YouTube channel or someone's Instagram post. I just thought, you know what, if I find land and I want to build, I'm going to need an RV. Why don't I just do traveling? I thought once I did discover that there are obviously so many people that have been doing it for a really long time, well, there's got to be a magazine about it. There's got to be something that's bringing this lifestyle together.
Surely there is.
And there wasn't. And I mean, there are in some clubs, don't get me wrong. There's some clubs that have their monthly or bi-monthly kind of publication, but it wasn't something that was really more focused on the lifestyle rather than the club. And that wasn't there in 2016, wasn't there in 17, 18, even in 19, when I got laid off kind of late 2018 and started thinking about what do I want to do, this still wasn't available. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I've done magazines in the past. I'll go ahead and do it. And so we've launched a magazine called Rootless Living. You know, I didn't want to call it full-time RVers or digital nomads because I feel like it's a good mix of remote work or owning your own company, and then really kind of figure out if where you live isn't where you're supposed to live. And then it just encumbers all these different lifestyles. So it's not just specific to RVers, even though I would say 80% of my readership are RVers right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful publication. It's really well done, beautiful photography, excellent writing. We've really enjoyed the first couple of issues.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we launched in January, and we're every other month right now, which I think is really smart as we kind of just get kind of the pulse and figure things out. Obviously, I've done magazines in the past, but they were 100% print. No one was really doing digital publications. When I decided to do this, I was just going to do 100% digital. And I did have some people that said, is there going to be a print version? We still very much.
Hey, Damien, welcome to the virtual.
People to still go out and weekend camp.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So yeah, we're at a private campground now, and yeah, it got busy this weekend, and it was pretty incredible to see. We stayed pretty quiet amongst ourselves, but there were a lot of people in the park, and it was pretty crazy. And I think the problem that we saw with the state park closures was that I think it just started helping to foster that fear that, oh my gosh, state parks are closing. What could be next? And it just created an overall sense of fear among full-time travelers, full-time RVers. But since you brought up the private campgrounds, let's go there, because that is sort of the ray of sunshine in this whole thing, is that you started a Facebook post, I think it was on March 20th on your Rootless Living Facebook group, Facebook page, that you asked for private campground owners to post about if they're open, what their rates are, and are they accommodating full-time travelers. And you got some great responses on that.
Yeah, instead of like just going to a campground list, we really wanted to make it a little bit more interactive from the owners or managers that would tell us what their vacancy is, what their monthly rates are, and just make it a little easier for people to find. But I also wanted to calm some of the fear. I just recently did a poll in a couple different groups, and I would say that the majority of the campgrounds that people are at 40% capacity. And so even this fear that's going on right now that it's like, there's nowhere for us to stay. Again, 100,000 Canadians went home almost 2 months earlier. There are many people canceling their spring break plans, their summer plans. I don't think we're going to run into a situation where we're not going to have spots for the full-timers. There's a lot of part-timers or 80 percenters that have already kind of gone home too, to either relatives or to their home base.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think the fear is there yet. I do see people taking situations like I mentioned, Moab and
Lay low.
time to BLM and to boondock.
Mm,
Because
interesting.
if, I'm 49 years old, but I'm not someone that can say I can go on a hike and not slip and fall and
Right.
break a leg.
Right.
And the amount of resources it would take from a small town that's dealing with any kind of outbreak to come help me,
Right.
it's very selfish of me to put them in that situation. And so I think really the best advice, and again, I'm not an expert, I'm just telling you kind of the pulse that I'm seeing, is find a place that's not in a high touristy, high traffic, small town, small emergency response service area.
Mm-hmm.
But then also don't go to one of the giant big cities too, where, it's getting a lot of exposure to it.
Yeah.
Find that middle ground and just hunker down somewhere. And I know not for everyone, they don't have the budget. Talk to the campground management, talk to the owners. I mean, if you have a stay in place order, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to work with you, because it's not in their best interest to send you on the road either.
Right.
So I think we can all find those situations. And if for some reason the only thing you can afford is BLM, I totally get it. I respect it. Just maybe let's take off mountain biking and hiking and rock climbing this, next couple weeks. Let's just relax and
lay low and put together a
yeah.
puzzle and chill out for a while.
So to go back, we really wanted the parks to reach out to us. We've always talked about possibly, because it's a question that comes up, what do you guys pay for a monthly rate? And we didn't really want to necessarily have to go out and try to research that. We'd rather owners and managers that are really interested in people coming to them. I didn't want to put words in some owner management and say, hey, you should go there. It's $500 a month. And he's like, hey, I don't want any more visitors. I'm good. We close our doors for visitors. And so the response was overwhelming. And again, I've seen some other clubs, other blogs now taking this on too, which, we do a little bit of research before we start one of these. And these are the only two we've really ever done in this situation. If we don't see it, we do it. If we saw someone doing it, we wouldn't do it. We would just share theirs. I don't necessarily think there needs to be 5, 6, 7 of these resources. But once you have one or two of them, maybe just share the other ones that are already being done, which we would do in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, it's an invaluable service, and I can tell you that Deborah and I sincerely appreciate it, and I'm sure the virtual campground members appreciate it. So let's talk a little bit about how they can find the information that we're talking about. So you have a fantastic website, rootlessliving.com. And I noticed there that you've put that right on that front page, so they can go there, see the home page, and they'll be able to click on those resources. You've got both the closings as well as what was the other resource? The openings? What did you have that on the website?
Basically the state parks that are closing, and then places you can find a place to stay.
That's right.
Basically RV parks that have weekly and monthly rates.
So the moral of the story is stay put if you can. Stay in one place. Let's ride this out for a little bit. But if you absolutely have to move, then use that as a resource to find a good, safe place to stay that are people that are welcoming the full-time traveler, and hunker down there for a little while.
Yeah, I really think that owners will appreciate it. A lot of RV park owners are hurting. That's what you'll hear. If you hear we don't have a place to go, everyone's full, I don't know of any state where that's really true as of yet, like where it's a complete 100% full. Again, there's 13,000 privately owned RV parks. Even if 10%, 1,300 of them got closed, there's still a ton that are available. Yeah. And I do agree that too, sometimes it's the perception. I think even us trying to figure out 1,000 trails, our plan is 2 weeks on, 1 week off. We have some places within just like an hour that we can go to spend the week and then come back if that's what we have to do. But I'm actually worried about being on that hour trip and someone seeing me in my RV and saying, see, honey, we should be going camping too.
Right.
And that's my mindset. That's who I am as a person. I don't want people to think that either, that this is the time to go camping, because it's just not. It's just not, But if you are full-time, it's the time to hunker down, find yourself a nice little monthly spot, and work on the rig, get some stuff done.
That's right.
There's so many great things you can do.
That's right. These are strange times. Just make the best of them. Well, Damien, really appreciate you coming on. How can people find more information about you?
Yeah, so really you can go to rootlessliving.com. The digital subscription is free in the sense that once we get your email, we'll send you the links to everything. I really don't email outside of when the magazine drops. You can grab a printed version if that's what you still want. But really, at the end of the day, I'm really stoked when people grab the digital subscription. So feel free to go to rootlessliving.com. We're on Instagram as Rootless Living Mag. Pretty much everywhere else we're Rootless Living. Someone snagged the Rootless Living on Instagram. We're working on that, but right now it's Rootless Living Mag on Instagram and obviously Facebook. And everything's free. I mean, there's no cost to get the digital subscription. There's no cost to any of those resources. There's no cost to the parks to even be on that list. So yeah, just go ahead and grab it. And I'm at Damian Ross everywhere, DEMIANROSS. I have a video series I do called The Road to 1000, where I'm on day 740.
Wow.
Where I've recorded a video in a row.
Video every day.
Every day. It's just this little consistency project for me. It's a hodgepodge. It's not a vlog in any way. It's just every day I just get down and kind of just do my thoughts of the day kind of thing. And I've done 740 in a row.
That's incredible. All right, Damien, thank you so much for your time. Great seeing you, and let's catch up again soon.
Sounds great. Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, somehow that missed. Am I in the
And
picture?
we're back. We're back. All right, guys. So I was just telling Deborah and Barry, sorry about that. My computer restarted, and then, the second time, I don't know what happened. Hopefully we can get to this game. And thank God for RVers, because all of you were like, is it my internet? What's going on? And so, you stick around for a minute because you're used to buffering anyway. So, again, we appreciate you. So, Deborah, take it away. Tell us about this game we're about to play.
All right. I'm going to name a park. It's a state park, and then you have to decide what state it's in. So you and Barry can play against each other, and then everybody in the chat can play and keep score to see how many of these 10 you get correct.
All right.
So are we ready?
Right.
Internet points for each one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're ready. Okay. And I don't know, should I give a buzzer sound for each of you to see who comes in first?
Yeah, I have noises. Hang on, you guys. Which noise is better? Or...
I didn't hear either one of those.
Oh, you didn't hear it? I heard it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, well, one was a party noise and the other one was that.
Well, we didn't hear either one, so yell out, and then we'll pick which two of you, and then those playing at home can play. Okay, the first one, Colorado Bend State Park.
I know this one.
What state is it in?
What state?
New Jersey.
I will wager 1,000 internet points that it is in Texas.
Correct. It is in Texas.
All right. Here's the... You can't hear it for some reason, but I hear it. Hopefully y'all hear it. It's like...
Man, that's what I would have thought too. Colorado, right? But nope, it's in Texas. All right. You ready for the next one? The next one is Ferry Beach State Park.
Ooh.
Ferry, Ferry Beach State Park.
I'm going to type that one in. Ferry Beach. I'm going to say that's in Texas.
I have no clue.
Well, you got to...
Let's see. Anybody in the...
No, you have to guess. You can't cheat.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the comments.
Missouri.
You know it.
I'm going to say it's New Jersey.
It is Maine, so neither of you got that one. All right, the next one. Cathedral Gorge State Park.
Cathedral Gorge.
Utah.
Cathedral Gorge. That's a good
guess, but
That's
wrong.
a good guess. I'm going to say Nevada.
Nevada is correct.
Whoa!
Hang on.
They have just in Nevada.
Okay, the next one. How we doing at home? The next one. Dismal Swamp State Park.
Oh,
Florida.
I've heard of... No.
That's what I would have thought,
you
right?
Would have thought,
no,
but it's like
we
in a
actually
weird
were
place.
near here, and I told Barry you should go photograph it.
It's like Virginia.
Close.
Give me a hint.
It's North Carolina.
North Carolina.
It's. I think it's right on the border of Virginia and North Carolina, but it's called in North Carolina. So neither of you get that.
Someone asked Louisiana. That's another good guess. I was going to say where I just came from.
Yeah.
Dismal Swamp.
Okay, Cheyenne Mountain State Park.
Well, the obvious answer is Wyoming,
That is the obvious answer.
but that may not be correct.
But the real answer is Jersey.
I like that y'all keep guessing New Jersey. I don't know.
I don't even know if they have a state park. It's like 90%.
I'm sure they do.
Urban.
But no, this one, Cheyenne Mountain State Park, is in Colorado.
Colorado.
A couple people, they said Wyoming as well.
Yep. Yeah. All right. This one was kind of fun. General Coffee State Park.
That's definitely Jersey.
No.
It should be Seattle, right?
If it's coffee, it's Seattle.
All right. Washington then.
Not. It's actually Georgia. So.
Oh, Barry didn't even guess. Did you know, Barry?
No, he said
Seattle. Coffee.
Oh, okay.
Stuff. Get it?
All right.
Yeah.
Fort Abraham Lincoln.
What?
Illinois.
That's not what I'm going to guess.
What are you going to guess?
I'm going to guess Pennsylvania.
North Dakota.
Well, he never even went to North Dakota.
North Dakota? I'm going to play another sound effect you guys can't hear.
All right. Okay, this one Liz gets to try because I think you'll know where it is. Boga Chita State Park.
What did you just say to me?
Boga Chita.
Yeah.
Bogue. That's one word. Boga. Chita. Chitto.
I still think you're cursing at me, but Heather says Virginia, so I'm going to go with Heather. Virginia.
Much further south.
Much further south.
What?
It's Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana. I said Virginia.
Yeah, so if you go there, just know that you'll probably bring ants back with you.
And stink bugs.
And maybe stink bugs.
And stink bugs.
Got a stink bug investigation there. Okay. Jamaica State Park.
Oh, well, that's obvious. Jamaica.
Jamaica
New York.
State
Park. We're all in the United States.
Phone a friend. Y'all, help me.
Terry, nobody.
Oh.
All right, Terry says Nebraska.
Go much further east.
Barry, did you guess?
I guessed what's the name of it?
Jamaica.
Oh, I guessed New Jersey.
Someone says Florida. What is it, Deborah?
It is Vermont.
Oh,
Vermont.
TK got it right.
Excellent, TK. Yes.
Oh, hang on.
Right.
Hang on. We got to do.
Sound effect that we can hear?
You can't hear it, but I just sounded the alarm for the right answer.
Excellent. Okay, last one.
For bonus
especially points. For Liz. Above All State Park.
What?
It's called Above All State Park.
That's definitely
That's got to be on our bucket.
Above All. It's got to be Colorado. It's got to be somewhere really like elevated. Alaska?
Yeah.
I'm going with Alaska.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna say Wyoming.
I picked it just for Liz. It's in Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut.
Oh, TK
Hey.
TK is on Google.
Damn, this guy is getting it.
Anybody on the chat get more than 5 right?
Anybody got more than 5 right? I think the chat might actually be messed up because some people were buffering and I buffered. Because some people,
okay.
But Jessica said she got 2 right. So I'm actually just going to put in the comment, how many did you get right?
Perfect.
TK got 2.
2. We know TK got 2.
TK that we saw.
Oh, he's Google mapping it. TK.
Oh,
bad.
We're taking
That's
away
cheating.
your Google points.
Yeah, no points.
Bad
you.
juju. He's like, we should have known he was Googling it. We should have, I guess next time we'll have to say no Googling.
That's right.
All right, so he cheated, but Exploring the Local Life got
They got
2.
2.
Well, sure.
Anybody get more than 2?
They're exploring the local life.
I don't think anybody. Somebody got 1. Heather got 0. Beth Ann got 1. Brian got 0. Liz needs to go to New Jersey. Yeah. So it looks like
Local Life, I think, is our winner.
All right, I'm gonna sound the. Let's do applause this time.
Yay.
All right, congratulations, Jessica. You are the winner tonight, and I believe that concludes our show. Correct?
It does.
I think so. We had a couple of requests. Just for those people that are new to the channel, subscribe to us. That would be awesome. Remember that survey. Our goal is to get this up to 100 people watching TVC Live. So let's do this. Invite all your friends and invite at least 72 of your friends. That would be great.
Subscribe and like, as they always say in the podcast world, right?
All right, awesome. So yeah, just hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you guys next week. And we are out of here.
Yep. Bring along your favorite
Bye.
beer. Bye.
Yeah, bye.